Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akashic Rose with Sabrina Dawn. So I'm happy to be back, and I feel like something that was going on with me, I feel like guided to give as a message for somebody out there, because I can't believe what just happened. But as soon as I started to sit down to do this, Lulu came over and she just wanted to say hello. So she's just here to say a quick hello. She came over, she was like tapping me over and over again as I was getting ready for this. She wanted me to pick her up. So she's missed me doing this with you guys, and Kitty as well. Kitty here. So when you hear Kitty squawk, think of it as an exclamation point. If I miss it for some reason, because I'm in the messages, into the messages for the moment. If you hear Kitty squawk, know that that's an exclamation point for you. Okay. All right. I love you. All right. She's probably gonna wanna keep coming up. So what happened is, I have sat down to do these, and I just haven't been able to do them. I don't understand why, but I was just kind of giving myself the space to work through everything that I was going through. And I feel like that's part of the message that I'm meant to share today. Is that, when I first started to sit down, I think I started to get like a mental feedback that why can't I do this? And I just kind of got stuck in this cycle of, why aren't I doing this? Because it's been so long. And one of my favorite decks, as many people who watch my channel know, because they've been to my meditation group on Sundays before the pandemic, is the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. And I was shuffling before this to get everything ready, and a card from this deck fell out. And it was Just Say Yes. And I heard the message loud and clear from my team. Just say yes. Don't think about how you haven't been able to, or you haven't done it. That was kind of like something I was telling myself, and then because I was telling myself that, I was feeding it, and it was happening. So I'm sitting down today to just say yes, and I'm going to do the reading. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. All right, it's wonderful to be back. I'm actually so happy right now to be doing this and to be saying yes. So right beforehand, though, when I got the card, I just kind of smiled, and I heard, share that story on your video about the card and what's been going on with me. So, because I'm hearing that there's somebody, or maybe many somebodies out there going through the same thing. Have you felt like you can't do something? And what they're saying is, start just by saying yes. Just by saying yes. It's the first step. I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Yes, I can, with the help of the divine. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off with the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine. Oh, it is so good to be back with you guys. Okay. Life experience, Archangel Chamuel. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Time to just say yes. I'm sorry, but that's too perfect. Okay. So now I'm gonna pull from the Work Your Light, and I did put the Just Say Yes back in, but it's already part of the reading, and especially since that's what this card is saying. And Archangel Chamuel, for me, and see, when you work with him and have your own experience, I would love to hear about it. I would love how you work with Archangel Chamuel. But if it's different than mine, please honor how you experience him. I experience him typically as a way to come in and work with like high-level soulmates, twin flames, soulmates, soul contracts. I feel like Archangel Chamuel helps us organize all of that in how to process it and how to connect us. Like, it's almost like he's showing me that there's like there's all these sayings that depict like the red string that ties soulmates and such together, and all of that. And what I'm hearing is like he helps with the grace of the divine. He helps interweave all of our energies and helps us stay energetically attached and on the path of the soul contract that we are in, Kitty, with somebody else, or our life's purpose, to meet the right people from here that will eventually get us to meet someone else, something else that we're meant to be a part of. So let's see what the Work Your Light deck says. Archangel Chamuel really had a lot to say there. It's like he's just like, it feels like a soul weaver. that's, I've never heard that term in regards to this. He's just saying that now, and that's what I'm seeing. It's like this beautiful woven blanket all together. You know, like all of these fabrics woven together to create one big beautiful thing. And I feel like he helps with that. Oh, also 6 and 1 is a 7, number of the divine. Stop. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yep. It's already been, it's already, just say yes, because there's a big change that wants to happen. And I don't mean big as in, don't, you know, be mindful not to get grandiose. Just saying yes is a big change. If for something that you've been saying no to for so long and it's felt very big in your heart or weighing on you, just saying yes to it can feel like a big change. And I feel like that is going to help seed the light. Okay, and it's going to help lay the foundation so that you can get back into flow with the divine plan. And Archangel Chamuel is helping weave that into your existence so you can trust that. Letting go, knowing what, this is just what I'm hearing right now from him, is that letting go of control can help you be more in the flow of what you've already pre-contracted, and you do have free will. Okay, so I'm a believer with working with the angels and working in the Akashic records that there are certain things that are destined, like certain meetings and such, but what we do with it is free will. Okay, so we can walk away from something, we can stay longer somewhere, stuff like that. We do have our own free will. Oh, I just realized my sign is not there. Sorry, guys. So, you know, so I'm a believer of both the free will and also things are divinely planned. But do you notice how he says soul weaver? Okay, so weaving, it's lots of flow. Okay, and he's constantly supporting us in whatever we decide to do with our free will. Okay, and helping it blend into what we've agreed to and soul contracted in. Okay. So now Archangel Michael wants to come in. This is a deck that wanted to come in. Oh, actually, nope. Chamuel and Michael are stopping me. This is a deck called Mixed Emotions. I just want to hear, they wanted me to use this to see what emotion they want us to look into around this. Stop. Love. Intimate, passionate, committed. Okay. See, I told you, that's what Archangel Chamuel, I mean, he doesn't just do romantic love, but that is my experience with working with him. It's mostly that. And what I'm hearing is that just say, if you want to bring romantic love, a beautiful committed relationship. I'm also hearing for some of the people that watch my channel, I do know that they've come to my channel from my twin flame work. So this could be, do you see how, to me they look exact. So it could be about a twin flame situation if you want to read it that way. Either way, whether it's twin flame or not, I'm feeling like there's a divine partnership. Look at how their shadow makes a heart. I've never noticed that on this card. And the more that you open up your heart and you say yes, wherever you are within your relationship status, the more that you open your heart and just say yes to the experience of love, the more that you will be able to have this life experience and be in the flow of the divine plan. Oh, wow. You see how it's like, there's this beautiful sun shining down, and then here I believe that's supposed to be a landscape, but to me it looks like a book. And I immediately heard Akashic records, and in the Akashic records you can read soul contracts. You can go in and have the depths of experience. I go in around relationships a lot and trying to figure out, you know, what's triggering me, what's clear for me, stuff like that, so I can have some help navigating it. There's certain situations that it's been, like I said, soul contracted for you to meet them and to have certain things. Okay. So for those of you that are that read the Akashic records, okay? So you can try to go in around that. But you can also know that your partnership that is meant to be at this time is written in your Akashic records. It's part of your plan, okay? All right. And if for those of you that go into the Akashic records, you can go in and ask what is getting in the way of either a relationship that you're in, what's getting in the way of experiencing this beautiful love. And for some, it may be communication, honest communication, being afraid to express yourself. For others, oh, Michael just, I'll look at that in a moment. And for others, it could be what's getting in my way of attracting it or getting out there and doing it. And again, just say yes. Oh, and for some, it's time to leave an unhealthy situation. And it could be, Michael is saying, it could be that they are in an unhealthy relationship, or it could be that you yourself could be. So if you are alone, and some would joke like terminally alone, right? Like, so I called myself that a few times, like the terminal bachelorette. But I was kidding, but you know, there's some truth in that, right? So if there's the unhealthy situation to leave would be the safety and security of believing that I'm always going to be alone, because it can be scary to be in a relationship and make yourself vulnerable like that. And for some, it could be that, okay, for my twin flamers, I'm sorry, but it could be that you are meant to go into the Akashic records, or just start to look at your twin flame situation from a new perspective. Okay, it could be that you're having an unhealthy attachment, could be that you're having an unhealthy relationship with the idea of a twin flame, and it could be that right now your twin is not honoring you in a way that is best for you, and the best thing that is for you is best for your relationship and for the other person. I actually had this conversation, I don't remember with who, but sometime, it was just on my free angel meditations on Thursday nights. Saying no can be the most loving thing you can do for a person or a relationship or a situation. And when we don't say no to something, often we are robbing ourselves of robbing ourselves and the other person of the experience of saying no or hearing no. Because if we're meant to say no in a moment about something, that means that they are meant to hear that no. Okay, so when we are not authentic, we're not speaking our truth, we're robbing ourselves of having the relationship and the situation that we're supposed to be having. We're robbing ourselves of the lessons and the gifts that we have come together for in that relationship. And the other person is meant to experience it too. And that's okay if you can't get there right away. This is just a reminder to say yes to saying no, or to say yes to having a relationship. It's okay to say yes to yourself, that this is unhealthy, and you can look at something from a new perspective. It's all part of your life experience. Okay, there's a powerful revelation that leads to change that's coming through at this time. So you can just call on Archangel Michael and Archangel Chamuel to help us see that, to help us move through that with more grace and ease, and helping us see what is going on with more clarity. And Archangel Michael, now with twins, with twin flames, I have not found it. There's something called depleting cords, and I'm a big advocate of cutting cords. But what I have found in my own twin flame situation, but also with other twin flame people, is that cutting cords doesn't work. The energy is so one that there's just no cutting cords. I found that maybe there's a couple of little things in there that you can cut cords on, but some of the bigger issues, I don't feel like there can be cords cut. That's just my perception. I'm willing to be enlightened more if that is how it is. That's just my experience so far. So, but for other relationships and other situations, cutting cords can be really healthy. And so Archangel Michael is coming in and inviting you in to cut cords, and that can help you see a situation clearer. It is 14:44 on the clock, 444. And I do know that I promised a meditation with Archangel Michael that I will upload. It's just that I'm just doing my best to get back into the flow, and I will do that eventually, okay? But, you know, just imagine him coming in, surrounding you with this beautiful cobalt blue light. You can use scissors, just his light, or his sword of truth and compassion to help cut the cords, and just ask that divine, that Michael remove all of the debris, and that the divine come in and fill up the space. Okay, I can picture somebody, but sometimes at the end of the day, I just say all cords up to be cleared at this time. So that way we don't get into like victimhood or who's on the other end of the cord, because that's just really just ego mind stuff. Now, if we're having a problem with a specific person, then that's a great time to do it, but you don't always have to do that, okay? All right, so you can call on Shamuel to help. For some reason, this little like mounted in the background looked like a teapot to me. And I'm hearing like a couple of different fairy tales. I'm hearing the childhood song. And one of the things that I'm getting from that is be careful not to get lost in a fairy tale, into childish ways of looking at relationship and situations. Also go in and do some inner child work. Why are you looking at this from a perspective? It could be from a wounded inner child. So just to bring in that awareness and bring in the innocence of that wounded child that has you in the pattern like this. Bring in the innocence to it, and have it surround that wounded inner child. You can do this all inside your mind's eye, just by imagining it and having your angels surround you, and just give that child that innocence, that, you know, that energy of innocence, so that it can operate more from there and less from the wounded child within. And there's a beautiful blue butterfly in here, and there's lots of butterflies, and I'm just hearing that there's lots of transformation ready. It's time to spread your wings. It's time to spread your wings and just say yes. Okay. All right. Well, it's wonderful to be with you guys again. If you want to sign up for the free, my free angel meditation is on Fridays. I'm sorry, Thursdays, 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Pacific Time. Eastern Standard Time. So, I don't know why I said specific. But anyways, so you can email me at the email down below, and I will send you a link to that. If you can't make it, that's okay. At least you'll have the link if last minute you can. All right. It's done through Zoom, and I just go into a meditative state. I get messages from the angels for the collective that's on the call, and then we go into a short meditation, and then I pull cards for the week. Okay? All right. Well, I send you all my love, and I'm just so happy to be back doing this with you guys.